Unprepared Podcast.
Unprepared Podcast.
We back. Special guest. DOE in the building.
What's going on? Lower East Side, downtown, in the building. Lobby runners. Appreciate you. Thank you for having me, my niggas. Thank you for having me.
You already know.
Yes, sir. DOE.
What's going on? What's the word?
How you feeling? What's going on?
Shit, I'm a little tired right now. Came in front. Just came out of work. I do the work thing too, so I just came out of work right now, but some more work. You feel me? Gotta keep working. Always working. What's good with y'all niggas though? You niggas chilling?
Shit,
I can't lie. This is a little weird because we doing this shit, and I know y'all niggas besides this, so it's cool that y'all niggas built the actual platform for niggas to.
Facts.
I respect that. I really respect that for real.
Appreciate it.
It's wavy.
And I'm glad we got you in the building.
I'm glad to be here. I can't even lie. I'm ready to rap.
That's all. Ooh, he's rapping,
He's rapping. I'm ready to rap, but let's talk.
So you a rapper?
Yeah, I'm a rapper, bro. I can't even lie. I'm a lyricist, man.
Okay.
I'm a lyricist, but at the same time, I feel like I make just reality music. You know what I'm saying? I don't rap out of my means.
Okay.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
no lies in the rap.
Nah, no, like how they say, no cap. That's what they say now.
Okay,
no cap.
Yeah,
Shit, straight the truth. I respect that. I like all
Just
that.
the truth. I can't, because it feels funny, bro. Like, it just feels funny to talk about shit that you don't do, my nigga. Even if it's the most extravagant shit in the world, it just still feels funny. Like, to me, I don't know about other niggas, but to me, that shit just feels funny, my nigga.
Yeah,
it just feels funny. So I'd just rather stick to my reality raps. If niggas like it, niggas like it. Niggas don't, you gotta respect it though, for sure.
For sure. If ain't not anything else, you gotta respect it.
Got to. You're gonna be like, oh, this nigga he's really telling the truth though. That's one thing. Niggas gonna definitely vouch for it.
Yeah, I respect that.
Just jump into the questions, because I got questions. Even though we know each other, I probably have to listen to OD of your music.
Okay.
So let's get into like where you get inspiration to rap from, like where, like about your music. Like, where does it come from?
Like I said, basically it just comes from everyday ups and downs in life, bro. Like reality, like I said, my reality's I'm not the most richest nigga on earth. I'm not the fleest nigga on earth. I don't got, you feel me? But I rap about what's really going on in my life, and that I can speak to a nigga that might be going through something or might be lit this day, and I can talk about that because I might be having a good day. You know what I'm saying? So I just get my inspirations on the days. You know what I'm saying? How I'm feeling.
So when I listen to one of your tracks, you're not gonna say, I'm in the club, 40 bottles.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, nah. You're not gonna hear me, it's not like I'm a depressed rapper in the sense where you're gonna hear me talk about, I hate parties and I like having a good time myself, but I'm gonna rap about my good time. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I pop 40 bottles in the club, because I ain't do that.
Okay.
I probably went, chilled with, did my thing, chilled, had a couple drinks, smoked mad weed, and just called it a night. But that was a good night for me. And there was somebody else that probably did the same exact thing, and they gonna fuck with it. You feel me? Not everybody that gets lit and has a good time gotta pop bottles to have a good time.
Everybody still had a good night.
Night was a wavy one for me. You feel me? It might have been a wavy one. Or
when you started rapping, age?
Age-wise, I can't even lie, bro. I started rapping like probably age-wise, like 8, 9 years old, because this is what happened. This is how it started. My mom's is an OD church lady, so she raised me in church.
Okay.
So I used to go to church as a little kid right there on 6th Street between C and D, some little shit. And the music, I can't even lie, it was a Spanish shit, so I ain't understand not a word they were saying at all, but the music was wavy.
Okay.
Can't even lie. So the drums, I used to be on the drums, I used to play, because I could play the whole drum set, facts. So I used to go after, and I used to just play my own shit, try to play my own little beats when church was over, whatever. Then I found myself, as the service was going on, writing little raps to the beats that I was playing.
Okay.
So now I'm writing my own little raps here and there. Then probably when I was probably like 14, 15, I recorded my first ever shit. The shit was called Throwaway Money. That shit was trash.
Terrible?
Trash. The worst, it was a throwaway song, bro. I had to just throw it away.
Just you featured or
just me. It was just me.
Okay,
it was just me. It was just me.
Studio recorded? Like
Yeah. I recorded it in he's a rapper right now, Bodega Bams. His brother had a studio back uptown. This was Malone. It was probably like 06. Yeah, this is a minute ago. And I recorded it there. He engineered the shit, and it was just so trash, bro. Like, I thought I was just gonna stop rapping. I'm like, yo, fuck it. I'm gonna just stop rapping. So I put it down. I had the hoop dreams. Everybody has the hoop dreams.
Yeah.
I used to coke you.
Oh,
coke
shit.
you.
I don't remember that.
You was alright. You was alright. My son was alright right here. I can't lie. He was alright. You?
Sure.
I don't know, son. I don't know.
Man, you couldn't leave Matt open. Like, you
This nigga loves to talk.
But you could.
Nah, I can't even lie.
Feel me?
I give him this though. My son was the big man point guard though. Always.
Yeah.
My son always had some sort of handle. I give him that.
Like I said, I wouldn't leave my son Matt open. Not disrespecting like he.
My son definitely had the handle and was definitely like playing like the little guy but the big guy. So you know what I'm saying? Facts. I give him that. I give you that.
I don't got no more hoop aspirations, so niggas be like, yo, he was feed. I just be like, yo, fuck it.
Nah, but we all had our hoop aspirations though. That's fact.
Of course. I thought I was going to the league.
Facts. Once that dust settled, you know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks they going to the league. Then once you start smoking weed and real life hits, you know what I'm saying? The bitches and all that.
Facts.
Real life hits that for me. That so I just got back to the rap shit and I got connected with like I really started taking it serious. Like probably like I got connected with these niggas, EDC and Dollar, and I was rapping with them. I can't even lie. Those are my niggas. Shout out to them.
Okay.
Yeah, they was the first niggas to really put me in the studio like consistently, like really recording songs. So I had a couple songs with them, and I did a freestyle with Dollar. It was called the Rap Sheet. And back in the days, this was like 2011.
Yeah, that was hard.
And that shit got, I can't even lie, back then that shit got like
crazy views
for back then. Like feel me that, and that's before YouTube was even getting niggas out of there like that. Can't even lie. So
I came across that for sure.
Word. So it was like that was a real big introduction with my rap shit to the hood. Like niggas was like, oh shit, you the nigga from here, you rap, I didn't know you rap, I thought you just play ball. And
that was a classic freestyle, bro.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
Appreciate classic?
Yeah. That was a good time. I can't.
In my opinion, that was a classic freestyle from coming from the Lower East Side.
To me, that was definitely a classic, just because it was one, like I said, it gave me a stamp. Like that was the stamp. Like hold on,
certified that you out.
Yeah, like this nigga could rap. Like
yeah. Respect that.
So that really kind of definitely opened the door for me, for sure.
At least for me, that's when I knew you was like, all right, deal was official.
Word.
Feel me? You was saying some shit in there.
Because I was like I said, I'm not the type of nigga that really, even till this day, I'm not the type of nigga that, maybe that's a bad thing, but I don't be sitting crazy promoting to every single nigga that I do music. Like I don't be, you know, there's them niggas that be thirsty to just show a nigga a song.
For sure.
Or, let me rap for you. Or let me, like, I'm not one of them niggas. Like, I could be in a room full of rappers and I'll be the last one to be like, yeah, I spit. For sure. Bomb some shit and then just step right back. Like I said, I was just telling him this. I feel like I'm the Kawhi of the Lower East Side right now. Kawhi Leonard of the rap shit in the Lower East Side, bro.
That's a
real talk. Like, quiet, off the map, humble, but
right on the money,
when you bring up the best though, when you really bring up the best, you always got to bring up Kawhi. Like he's not probably the best, but he's in the top 5 for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. He's definitely, you can't leave him out for sure. And who knows? Eventually, he could probably work his way up to becoming the best. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like
Kawhi got a ring. Kawhi got a ring. MVP of the finals.
You feel me? But it's just I compare myself to him in the sense of how he moves, how he conducts himself. You feel me? Right. That nigga is regular. Like
you are on the quiet end.
You feel me? Like
I agree with the analogy, bro. It's a good analogy.
Nah, he hit it on the nail for sure.
Yeah, that's how I would characterize myself. Still could cook.
And when you rap, you feel me? I feel like it's respected.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's where I feel like that's where I get more of my confidence. Once I start rapping, I get into my zone, and it's like I feel like a whole nother person. I can't even lie. I think that's when I turn really, really into DOE. Like, that's when that really comes out, when I'm really rapping. And niggas be like, oh, I didn't expect that from you because my demeanor is so quiet and
for sure
laid back type shit.
For sure.
Or
what hip hop album when you grew up listening to like?
I can't even lie. My first album that I bought, like my cousin, she used to work in Tower Records. Remember Tower Records back in the days? This was like,
this is back in.
This is 2000 probably, like 2000. Where Tower Records, my first album I ever bought was fucking Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem's first shit. Mad weird. It's still weird to me to this day, but that was the first album I ever had, bro. It was the clean edition though. I can't even lie, cause I was underage, so my cousin, she worked there, made sure I had the clean joint.
Yeah, that's when they was really on clean and dirty.
They had the CDs like that. Whole CD straight clean. Facts. So I had that shit, and I'm listening to this nigga, and I'm like, yo, this nigga's like. First I thought he was black. I can't even lie. I thought he was black, cause on the cover it's just you see him, but you don't. You just see like it just looks like a bum ass white nigga in the front of the crib. I didn't know that he was the actual nigga rapping on the cover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't pick up his first album. I was too young for that shit. Man.
Right.
So I caught on to him his second shit, and I'm listening to this nigga. And I'm like, yo, this nigga is nice. Like, he's saying mad words. Like, he's saying like bars, and he's putting shit together. He's talking about some crazy shit, but he's saying mad shit. Then he started. Then I realized that the nigga who's making this nigga's beats, Dre. That opened me up into a whole nother world. Now it's Dre, old school shit, West Coast shit. Now I'm from the West Coast. I'm playing San Andreas, loving all them songs. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, bro. It's real shit. Real shit. Playing San Andreas, loving all the West Coast shit. And I just feel like, and then I just found out about Pac, found out about how he had the beef with Big, had to put up, like, hold on, this nigga's beef with Big, he's good enough to keep up with Pac. Hold on, let me find out who this nigga is. Dove into Big. Found out about him, and it's crazy because I'm from the East Coast, but I'm finding about our shit late.
Yeah.
But it was really like a story like that. Like, I was just really just diving into people, finding out, and then there was niggas linked with them, and then that's how I found out about them. Same shit with Jay. Who's this nigga that on the song? What's that shit? What's the shit they got? I love the dope. This shit Jay-Z and Big.
Yeah, that shit's hard.
That's how I first found out about Jay-Z. I'm like, who is this nigga? You got the shit with Big. Who's this?
You gotta be somebody.
Right. Gotta be somebody. Fire. Can't even lie. So I was just, like I said, I've just been hopping from old school shit. I came out old school.
Started off with the Marshall Mathers though.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's weird, but it really, I gotta give him that. I really gotta give him that. Started off with.
So you not jacking him? He was your favorite rapper growing up or not?
No, he was never my favorite, but he definitely introduced me to, like, I can't lie, he was the first album I've had though.
Okay.
I can't say he was my favorite, but he was definitely the first album I had. Once I got, like, when I finally found Jay, Jay's my favorite of all time. Can't lie, Jay-Z's my favorite rapper of all time.
Yeah.
All time. My favorite all time.
I got a question. What you thought about this Eminem and
MGK shit?
beef? Who won to you? Yeah.
I can't even lie, just like no, I ain't never, nobody touched Eminem like that though, so that was fire. I gotta give it to MGK.
Slapped him.
Yeah, he fake slapped him. He slapped him.
Slapped him.
Definitely. Nah, I can't even call it a slap. He punched him.
Yeah,
he caught him. He jabbed him. He hit him with a jab.
He was bleeding after that.
Right.
MGK went crazy on that. That
Yeah,
shit
he did.
surprised me. Like,
He did, and it did numbers. It did like commercial numbers too.
It
The
did
shit was
numbers.
#1 on Apple.
It did numbers.
Shit went #1 on Apple. I can say that later.
It's great though. He's white, like.
Yeah,
white
I can't even lie. That's the best part about it to
He's a
me.
white rapper.
That's the best part about it to me, because no
Everyone's
other
like
white rapper.
the gangster white guy rapper we all respect. MJK kind of like trying to.
No other white nigga even got ballsy enough to even test Eminem like that. Like,
true.
myself was like, fuck it. And it's a good time though, because he's young. It's not like he's an old nigga. Nah, he can talk his young shit.
Yeah.
But Eminem came back though. He had to expect that though. 'Cause I can't lie. Eminem did fire on him.
What, you thought he fired? I thought he fired on him too. I didn't think it was spectacular.
But he fired on him.
I thought he won the like lyrical battle.
You know what it is? Eminem, niggas wasn't expecting M to get on some like today's type beat. You know what I'm
I thought
saying?
it was a today beat.
Hell yeah, that whole flow, that's not Eminem, original Eminem flow. That's like
I felt like he was all
new,
over the
like,
place.
that's a new,
Yeah,
like,
always all over the place in my opinion.
He was all over the place on that.
Nah.
It was fire because it was fire. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was fire. Like, if you listen to it, like,
nah, he was saying some shit though.
I agree.
He said I'd rather be an 80-year-old me than a 20-year-old me.
Yeah, that was fire.
He said my biggest flops are your greatest hits.
Yeah, he was out there.
He's talking, like, you could say he's talking facts too. Like,
He got some M, got some Heyman, he got some Don DeMarcos on that shit for sure.
Kept it 100, you dress better than me, I rap better than you. That's just it. Like, that when it really comes down to it, I just rap better than you. It doesn't matter about what you talking about, my clothes, my beard, whatever.
Yeah.
I rap better than you.
Facts. He raps better than him.
He does, just.
So who gets the win though? We can't.
Who gets the win? I think M gets the win just cause niggas gonna jack him. Niggas gonna jack him like niggas are gonna that ass just take MGK right now and just right now this was his little spurt. I can't lie, this was a little spurt, I hate to say it, but he's gonna go back into the shadows, man. Like Eminem right now, he could drop another album and it'll be trash and niggas are still gonna buy it.
What you thought about the album? Did you listen to the new album?
No, I did not listen to that whole album.
Yeah.
Can't even lie, I did not. I heard like two songs.
I like he used to be my favorite rapper, so I left him alone.
All day, like.
You wanna know what's weird? I listen to a bunch of music that has nothing to do with my music. Like that does not influence my music at all, bro.
Okay.
Like, at all.
Like what?
Like all the weird, wild shit right now. Like I love that shit right now. Like the
Migos.
No, not the Migos.
Nah, you're not jacking the.
I like Offset.
mumble
That's
rap?
it. I like
Okay.
Offset. But I'm talking about like I am jacking the mumble rap. Lil Uzi, I fuck with Lil Uzi. I fuck with Lil Yachty. I fuck with all that shit. For some reason, I really like listening to it though, just because it's mood music. Like I said,
I agree with that.
it's just like sometimes you really just feel like chill. Like you just want to chill. You don't want to think so much. So why not
I hate when people
have music for that too? You know what I'm saying?
I hate in this age people compare the music like
It's like
it's
comparisons
not.
going
Yeah,
on.
like
it's
why
not
niggas
real
just
hip hop. It's hip hop, bro. It just changed over time. Like
right.
that bothers me. Like I feel like a lot of the older nice rappers be like,
Right.
that shit is not real rap.
It's
We
not
in a new
like
age
that.
where like niggas want to dance kind of and rap at the same time. Like
Now I respect that, but at the same time, niggas that's not. I say they in the sense we're not young because I'm young still, but they in the sense of niggas that's not lyrical and niggas that's not. I feel like, yeah, just really lyrical in the sense. They be coming at us too though. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel like, oh, we trash because we got bars.
Yeah,
like
I
how we
agree.
trash?
that's true.
Like how we trash because we
Nah,
actually got
it
bars.
goes
Like,
vice versa.
right.
It's vice versa, but it's two different generations. That's why they both feel differently. Like they just never gonna.
I feel like our age though, like our age specifically, like bracket, our generation is the bridge though. You feel me? Like we really the bridge between the super duper young stupid shit and then the old heads because we not super old heads, but we not super young niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sure, I agree.
so we could artists like, for example, artists like that represent like our like generation to me perfectly is like Dave East, niggas like Don Q, just
But both of those rappers are more lyrical. You don't think so?
right, but they still make those are to me they exemplify New York niggas the most right now. Like
When you think of New York, you think of East Don Q.
Don Q, A Boogie in the sense where he just got his own flow to it, but as many clones as he got right now, he gotta exemplify New York because he got a bunch of other New York artists sounding just like him. That's a fact.
I feel like Don Q and Dave East are like the versions of Jadakiss and like
that Fab, the young
Style
OGs,
shit, yeah.
right? They're gonna be the young OGs in the
like,
game, right?
Like we always thought they was nice and they was, you know, we always put those type of rappers
Fab,
in the top
Jada.
five. But like they never really
Joel's.
topped out, you know, like Billboards.
Right. Joel's,
shit like that.
niggas in those.
Yeah.
So you feel like it's hard to make a song? That be the problem. That hit record.
I feel like it's hard because that sometimes a hit record right now requires this nigga making the beat or this nigga on the hook sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy right now, especially with rap. Like, I feel like rap music in general, especially if you're gonna make a song with like bars, like just bars, you gotta have, I don't know, son. Like I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out right now. Because if I knew that, I would have had a fucking hit record. You feel me? So sorry,
like
you feel me? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
it's hard. I can't even explain it.
Yeah,
Like,
like
it's hard.
It's hard to make that good song to just go for you. That's what you're saying.
It's hard to appeal to. It's hard to give. Like for me, it's hard for me to say exactly what I want to say, but still be appealing to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I still gotta be considerate of y'all. Like I can't just talk everything I want to say and then just completely ignore the listener because the listener is who's gonna pay attention to my shit. You feel me? So I gotta catch their ear in some sort of way. So I gotta.
You gotta please that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Tricky.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's real tricky. I can't even lie.
You know, there's a lot of artists that still never just got that hit.
Right.
And some people that got that hit, and it's like the music is
It's hard.
timeless.
It's hard, bro. I respect longevity in music, though, man. I respect longevity, cause like that's what really that sells, bro. Like that sells. All this shit is cool. Like how you put it, like I guess like the overnight sensations. I guess like you know what I'm saying, like. Cause I wouldn't say overnight, cause everybody put in their time, everybody grinded, you know what I'm saying? Everybody did what they had to do, but just the niggas that, you know, that it seemed like it happened faster for.
Yeah.
Like for those niggas, like, I feel like just as fast as it happens, it just might be just as fast as it's gonna end, you know what I'm saying, for them, because they not looking at it with longevity neither, you know what I'm saying? Like, me, I rather would make music that I could be good forever and continue making music and niggas will still want to hear my shit and not have no hit than a nigga with one hit and then niggas want to hear another one I can't follow up and it's over.
Yeah, you want to have a variety. I want you to fuck with a few of my shit.
Right, I want to be, right, exactly. And then, Go ahead.
How often you in the studio?
Right now, I can't even lie. I used to be in the studio probably every other day. I dropped a tape probably like 3-4 months ago. Can't even lie.
What was it called?
It's called Complex Living. You could actually go get that.
Facts.
Spotify. Well, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud.
iTunes?
No, it's not on iTunes.
Okay.
I can't lie. It is not on iTunes.
So iTunes is hard, like it's because we don't got our podcast on iTunes.
What it is I think is sample clearing on iTunes as well. Like like with certain of the music, like you have to have like, for example, if I use like a clip from a movie's voice for iTunes, I believe you have to like it's like you have to get samples cleared or something like that. That's how I think it is.
Yeah,
that's how I think it is.
Makes sense.
I just heard though, it's crazy because I just heard Spotify is doing it where you don't even have. They just changed where you could just like you could start straight uploading your music straight to there. Like before they made you do it through a middleman. Like it was a whole like middleman website that's how it's done. Like that, all that shit is done basically through a middleman website, and they put your music on all them shits like the iHeartRadios, they distribute your shit to that. But certain ones are starting to cut them niggas out, and you could just go straight to the
Spotify.
Right.
It's the internet era, bro.
Right, that shit is tricky too. That shit is mad tricky. I can't even lie. That's another thing. I feel like the music now is so secondary to people, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas could be a fashion nigga and make it in the rap game, and bam, and all of a sudden this nigga's a poppin' rapper, but he had a whole loop already, not to discredit him, whatever, cool. Respect your lane, but the music is secondary because you don't really make music, you like a fashion icon, but now you lit. This, or you just an internet personality, now you rap, and now you took over, like.
It's internet.
So it's like it's so many schemes and tricks. I'm like, niggas gotta find one.
For sure.
Niggas gotta find one.
I just think we need to take advantage of it, bro. In
Right.
the internet era, you feel me? Because I feel like they're gonna start charging us because niggas is making bread off the internet. You don't even need half the shit you needed before.
Right.
The requirements is different.
That's
you
facts.
make a hit and post it yourself, you get the
Facts.
attention that you need, all that, the money, all that. And it's crazy.
That's a fact. And you could just be straight eating off and nobody touching that just because you somehow finessed the internet and went, you feel me? You really gotta just finesse the internet. Shit's crazy, but niggas do it. I can't even lie, and then just certain niggas just work, and feel me? Everybody got their own way of doing it, you feel me? So I'm just trying to find my way of just getting there somehow, bro. I just ain't gonna do no sucker shit. I ain't with doing no sucker shit to get there.
I be feeling the same way with this podcast shit.
You feel me?